Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to Jami's 12 Days of Christmas, where for 12 days in the month of December leading up to Christmas, I will be celebrating 12 creators who have had a huge impact on my makeup journey, helping me move from makeup enthusiast, makeup hoarder, makeup junkie to now YouTuber slash content creator. We are on day 12. We did it, guys. I can't believe that I got through the full 12 days. It has been crazy these last couple of days trying to get everything together while also prepping for Christmas. But anyways, we are on the last day. We are on day 12. And today is a really, really special day because I wanted to use the last day to honor the woman who actually inspired me to start the series to begin with. And that is none other than Mel Thompson. I feel like there's so much emotion that comes with talking about Mel because she's had such a huge impact on the beauty community. And the reason why I wanted to end with Mel is because she really is the one that truly inspired me to start this series. 2021 and 2020 have both been really hard years, just generally, with the pandemic, with everything that's been kind of going on in the world. There was so much loss. And I feel like most of us are still really processing what all of that means for us. And losing Mel in the beauty community, I feel like it really did rock things. It really did shake things up because she's always been such a strong force. And even though she was really transparent about the chronic pain and the chronic health issues that she had, she just was always such a strong person. She put out top quality content. She was always really positive and effervescent in her videos. So, you know, to lose her, and for many of us, it kind of seemed really sudden. It threw us off. It threw me off, and it was like a hard pill to swallow. And the reason why I say that she inspired this series is because I feel like oftentimes when we lose people, that's when we start to reflect on the impact that they had in our lives. And we are so used to giving people their flowers after they've passed. We're so used to celebrating people after they've passed. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. We should 1000% continue to honor and celebrate people after they've passed. I do think that while we are doing that, we should also find time to honor and celebrate people while they're still here, while they're still with us, and to tell people the impact that they've had on our lives. And knowing that, that's why I wanted to do this series, to celebrate a lot of these creators who honestly have no idea who I am for the most part, and have no idea the impact that they've had on me without me actually putting it out there, without me actually saying it. So I wanted, because of Mel, because of like all the 2020 and 21 has been, I really wanted to share my love for these creators and to share how impactful they've been on me and my beauty journey. You know, makeup is a form of therapy for me. Makeup is an escape. It's a form of me being able to be creative. And I don't think that I would have been here had it not been for me watching all of these other creators and being influenced by them and them motivating me to now think that I could do this and me actually doing it now. Yeah, like it's been a wild ride. So I had to end with Mel because she was the inspiration behind this, but I also had to end with Mel because she truly has had a pretty significant impact on my beauty journey. Who is outside making all this noise? Like I said, Mel has always had a really effervescent personality in her videos, and I really enjoyed watching her because of that. She just always seemed like such a cool, chill person, and let's be honest, her technique was impeccable. I mentioned in a couple of videos that I used to watch a number of these creators because I was just getting into makeup and I was learning all of the tips and the tricks and how to apply makeup from them. But now that as I've evolved into my own like person and beauty lover, I feel like I figured out what works for me. But I always felt like when I was watching Mel's videos, I was learning something new. She was one of the few people that I still went to for tutorials because her technique was just perfection. Watching Mel apply eyeshadow is almost erotic. Like I don't know how she blends the way that she blends. I don't know how she applied shimmers the way that she applied shimmers. It's like she took really basic powders and turned it into something beautiful. And I was always so impressed by that. Like a lot of people, I found her as I was diving into this luxury makeup space. So I looked at a number of her reviews on Pat McGrath, her ranking videos, also Tom Ford, as I was, starting to dive into like the luxury makeup side of things. I really valued her opinion on some of these products. And she was just a joy to watch. It was always a good time watching Mel. All right, so for today's video, and I feel like I'm like all over the place a little bit, so I apologize. So for today's video, in order to honor Mel, I created this absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, really grunge look using Mel's collab palette with Sydney Grace, the Tiny Marvels palette. This is like a work of art. Aside from the cover and the artwork on here, the color story of this palette is just absolutely unique. This is not something that I would have ever thought to put together. It's honestly a palette that I hesitated on picking up in the first place because you get a little bit of everything, right? So there's some pinks, some purples, some greens. You get this really, really nice multi-chrome shade here that is just so dimensional. And when she first released this palette, I was like, okay, that's cute. I see it. I see Mel's vision, but I just couldn't find the color story to really appeal to me. Now, on the second release, when Sydney Grace restocked it, I did pick it up. And this was actually my first Sydney Grace palette too. So one, I fell in love with the Sydney Grace formula. It really is very nice. The mattes perform really well. They're a little bit on the powdery side, but they do blend really well. And the shimmers are really nice and creamy. You don't get any special shades or anything, but you get some really, really solid shimmers. And I love having this palette in my collection, even though it's definitely not a color story that I would have initially gravitated to, because it is so different and so unique for me. It is a very special palette in my collection that I don't have anything like it. So I wanted to pull this out. I wanted to create a look. It definitely came out very grunge, which I am not mad at because I feel like Mel is also a little grunge. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna stop talking and we're just gonna dive into me doing this really pretty eye look using the Mel palette. Again, thank you all so much for rocking with me on this 12 Days of Christmas series. I hope you guys enjoy this video as I celebrate Mel, and yeah, let's get started.
Crazy how I feel, but something in my heart is saying Drink juice from the sweetest berries and dance the night away. Count stars in the sky while the clouds roll by. Smoke flowers just to elevate. Hold hands when we need protection. Break bones but we always mend them. Every heartbreak is a lesson. Let it go, don't be afraid. Find my love, don't lose it. Kiss my tears with music. Find my love, don't lose it. Lay in the dark, but I'm always blooming. Fill suitcases up and fly across the seas. Not a thing belongs to us. Even the air we breathe. Deep talks in the car while the world is sleeping. Bare feet on the ground while my mind stays dreaming. Find my love, don't lose it. Kiss my tears with music. Yeah. Find my love, don't lose it. Lay in the dark, but I'm always blue. Lay in the dark. Find my love, don't lose it. Kiss my tears with music. Find my love, don't lose it. Yeah. Find my love, don't you lose it. Kiss my tears away. Find my love, don't lose it. Lay in the dark, but I'm always blue.
Okay, I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back and this is the final look with the Sydney Grace and Mel Thompson Tiny Marvels collab palette. This truly is an amazing palette. I will say that it's one of the palettes that I don't reach for as much as I should because honestly, I feel like I struggle to think of looks when it comes to this palette. But because of that, I do appreciate this even more because it challenges me to think outside the box when it comes to putting eyeshadow and putting looks together. The Sydney Grace formula is absolutely fabulous and Mel did an amazing job with this palette and pulling the colors together, and the artwork on this is just, I don't know, there are just no words. I don't even like bugs, I don't even like insects, and I just think that this is gorgeous packaging. All right, let me bring you guys in a little bit closer so you can see this look in all of its gloriousness. It definitely went more grunge than I thought I was gonna go, but I am not mad at it. I'm actually really liking this. Okay, come in a little bit closer.
My tears with music. Find my love, don't lose it. Lay in the dark, but I'm always blooming.
All right, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this 12 Days of Christmas series. I've had a lot of fun filming this. I, of course, had to end on Mel because she truly has been a force in the beauty community and will be very, very dearly missed. This video should be up on either Christmas or Boxing Day, not sure which one, but it will be up. If you haven't caught up on all of the videos in the series, I do have the playlist that I pulled together for this and it will be linked down below, so make sure you check out the playlist to catch up. Thank you again so much for watching, so much for supporting. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas, everybody, and I love you guys so much. And as always, wait, I forgot. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the overall series. And as always, I love you guys. Thank you so much, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye.